Then I let me in the door. Then I gave your boy a chance, now the youngin' finna blow. It's a shame finna put the game in the figure four. Youngin' fresh from out that bottom.
Oh, welcome back to my channel. For beginning tour, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't gotta comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. Now, in this video, we're gonna talk about Attack on Titan, but in particular, we're gonna talk about Attack on Titan chapter 136 and explaining how will Eren get rid of the power of the Titans. Now, I've been thinking about this topic for a while now, and I was thinking, like, what if getting rid of the power of the Titans is really not that complicated? What if it's really simple, right? Now, I did a poll not too long ago, and I was saying, like, who has been in control of everything from the beginning of Attack on Titan to the end? And the options were Eren, Ymir, and both. A lot of people said both. A lot of people said Eren. A lot of people said Ymir. Now, in my opinion, I think it's Ymir, but it's also Eren as well, so I can say both because Eren literally manipulated everything to his benefit from the future, which is tapped. You know, like, the reason why he has the power is because of him, you know? But I feel like Ymir has been in control of everything from the very jump without even knowing it. Every time a Titan shifter harm themselves and wishes for the power of the Titans, it has always been Ymir who makes their Titan bodies and send it through paths. Every time a Titan shifter starts to heal, that is Ymir rebuilding their body back. Just look at Zeke's situation where he blew up himself and Levi. Ymir sent him to the paths and literally hand-built his body back. The reason why the Warrior family members are so special is because Ymir made them that way. The only reason why the Founding Titan can only be used by somebody who is a member of the royal family is because Ymir made it that way. The king wanted that, and she was a slave to the royal family members. And that's what the king wanted. Like, oh, only the royal family members can access the power of the founder. Everything that the royal family members have did with the Founding Titan, they had to go through paths and command Ymir to do that. When the first king built the walls, he commanded Ymir to build the walls. The first king erased his people memories. It wasn't your first king. He literally went the paths and commanded Ymir to do that. Everything has been Ymir. The reason why people can become Titans is because of Ymir. She literally builds their Titan bodies. She does everything from the paths. This whole time, she's been in control of everything without even knowing it. Until Eren get there and say, like, hey, you have a choice. You don't really have to do this. You can actually do what the fuck you want. To be honest, this story would have been in it if she knew she had a choice from the very jump. Because she didn't have to keep following the royal family members once she got to the paths. As soon as Eren got the power, she could have just easily gave it to him, you know, if she wanted to. But she was a slave to the royal family members, and the king only wanted the founder to be used by people of royal blood. So she made it that way. What I'm trying to say is that everything has been because of Ymir, right? Now, the biggest mystery, not too long ago before Zeke got revealed, the biggest mystery was who was making the Titans now that Ymir is free and she's not bound to make Titans. She can literally enter or exit the paths whenever she wants to. She has free will now. Who was the one bound to make it Titans? And this whole time, it has been Zeke. This whole time, it has been Zeke. Now, we know in chapter 136, Armin has reached the paths because he got eaten by Ymir. And he encounters Zeke and he sees Zeke literally hand building Peck's Titan. I think that's what he's building because Peck is transforming 1,000 times. Every time she gets hurt, she's transforming. So I think that's the Titan that Zeke is making right now, currently. And that's kind of sad that you gotta keep making her fucking Titan because he's transforming over and over and over again, right? Now, Armin has to convince Zeke to basically stop making Titans. And if he can convince Zeke to stop making Titans, then nobody will be able to transform into a Titan because nobody is inside the paths to create those Titans other than Eren. And we already know Eren's situation. Everybody who has been subscribed to me, y'all know my theory about Eren and how he transfers consciousness into his kid stuff, like how he always do when he sleep inside his Titan. So I came up with the theory like, hey, what if this is the same situation? He is now sleep inside his Titan. He fell asleep after revealing his plan. And as soon as he got to Marley, he was shown sleep inside his Titan. And his kid self came out of nowhere. He got to the paths, called it freedom. And then after that, we didn't see Kid Eren for a minute. And now we get to see him again, like literally at chapter 134, I want to say, and we see his eyes blacking out. So essentially, that is not Kid Eren anymore. That's adult Eren inside his kid self. And what helped literally prove my theory is the fact that Isayama has been foreshadowing this throughout the whole series, showing how adult Eren is literally living within his kid self. You can see adult Eren as his shadows plenty of times, and especially in season 4. which was just like recently. I feel like episode 4 or 5 is when you can see adult Eren. And then you can also see adult Eren as Falco's shadow as well. And Falco's shadow is like switching back and forth from adult Eren to Falco. And this is just crazy. And me seeing that just proved my theory that Falco is going to either become the next Attack Titan and founder, or going to become the next founder Titan. But I can be wrong. The only way how I can be wrong is if Isayama go in a whole different direction. But that don't make sense because he's been pushing it throughout the whole series of Attack on Titan. He's been pushing it in our face. And you would not be able to see it if you didn't know what to look for. And I was looking for that shit. And I've seen Future Eren plenty of times. So I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that this is what's going to fucking happen. But like I said, now that Armin is now inside the paths, he's most likely going to convince Zeke to stop making Titans. So nobody will be able to transform into Titan after Armin transforms, right? Now, Ymir can easily just go back inside the past and start making Titans again, or Eren can start making Titans. But I feel like the only reason why I think Eren would make a Titan is to make Falco's Titan once he becomes the founder. They push Falco becoming the founder too much in the outro. They push him becoming the founder too much for it not to happen, you know? So I feel like once Falco becomes the founder and he get transported to the, past and everything, have a conversation with Eren, I feel like Eren will be the one to create his founder Titan form and have Falco literally continue the rumbling or some shit like that. I don't know. But the only way you can stop the power of the Titans is to have nobody inside the paths make Titans anymore. If you do that, then nobody can heal, nobody can transform again, nothing, because there's nobody inside the paths to make the Titans. Now, a lot of people believe that Eren would just return the power back to the tree and everything, but why would he do that when it was so easy to come into contact with the power of the Titans? The power of the Titans have always been there. It just so happened that Ymir came into contact with the power and made her the first Titan sister. It seemed so easy that it was kind of set up, That's how easy for her to come into contact with the power was. Like, it literally seemed like it was set up. So why would he do that when it was so easy to come into contact with the power, if anything, So I kind of want to believe that he just, nobody is inside the paths, or he just sits in the paths and doesn't make Titans. Or it could be another way, like now that the focus is now to basically decapitate Eren's head once again, which I feel like Gabby's the perfect person to do that with her sniper rifle. The plan is to basically expose the parasite, which is what the founder really is, and that's what Gabby said. The fact that they bring that up, I feel like the parasite has to play a big role, and they can possibly kill it, and maybe that's how you stop the power of the Titans. But like I say, I have a theory that maybe the parasite will jump from Eren's dead body, because I feel like he technically is dead. He did get shot by Gabby, and he never got healed. Like Zeke said, like, once I finish undoing the brainwashing that Grisha has put on you, I will heal you, and we can basically do the rumbling and just be done with it, But the fact that Zeke didn't fucking win, and Ymir picked Eren over Zeke, he never got healed. And if you think about it, Eren could have been healed himself if he wanted to, or Ymir could have healed Eren. But the fact that he's not healing, he's literally unconscious. The only way he can cheat death is if he transfers consciousness inside his kid self, like how he always did in the first fucking season. That's the only way you can cheat death. That's the only way how you can see the scenery and the rumbling ending, Maybe he didn't heal himself because he wanted to make it easy to take his founder. Like, even Reiner said, like, it seemed like Eren wants somebody to take his founder. And I said, the perfect person to take his founder is Falco. The fact that he got transformed directly from somebody who is a member of the royal family, and he probably could do the same thing that Annie can do, because Annie also got the power of Zeke's Beast Titan to direct Titans to a certain extent. So he probably could do the same thing, especially if he becomes the founder. And when he becomes the founder, he will not be brainwashed by the ideology of the first king to never renounce war, because he's not a direct member of the royal family member. He was only transformed by one. So it's set up for Falco to literally inherit the founder Titan from Eren. It's set up. And the fact that you can see Future Eren as Falco's shadow instead of his own shadow, like the fact that all that shit's happened, the fact that he's been heavily focused in the outro of Attack on Titan final season, and the fact that we all know the lyrics now and know what them lyrics mean, and you can see how he's grabbing the founder's power and letting it go free, It's all set up for Falco. And if that does not happen, then it's like, Isayama, why the fuck did you foreshadow all that then, Like, why the fuck did you foreshadow all that? But I feel like that's the most simplest way to basically get rid of the power of Titans. Just have nobody inside the paths create Titans anymore. Nobody will ever heal. Nobody will ever transform. Even if you get injected by the Titan serum, nobody is there to make the Titan body, so you won't get transformed to a Titan. The royal family will no longer be special because Ymir was the one making them special from the Titan paths. Everything has happened because Ymir had made that happen. So if nobody's inside the paths, then none of that can fucking happen. So that I feel like that's the easiest way to get rid of the power of the Titans. I don't think he's going to return the power at all, because if he does reset time after getting killed by Mika, like I said in my 3 videos, if he does reset time, the only way he can do that is with the power of the Titans. So I don't think he's going to get rid of that. I think nobody would just be inside the Titan paths to make Titans anymore. I think, like, come on, just think about it. Like, how can he reset time if he's not the founder or the founder of Titan? Like, how can he do that if he doesn't have the power anymore? Like, obviously he's not going to get rid of it. I feel like it's nobody going to be inside the paths to make Titans anymore. That's how you get rid of the power of the Titans. That easy. Like, it's just crazy. Like, because he has to clear that see you later up. And I got a video that I'm working on, and it should be coming out probably this weekend, because I have to, you know what I'm saying, finish watching her over. But it's about Mikasa possibly knowing about the time loop. Like, the fact that she says see you later to Eren is so iffy. Like, how the fuck you gonna know you gonna see me later? You know, like, how you know that? You know I'm about to reset this shit, huh? Like, come on, man. This shit right there. Like, this shit right, you've been watching me reset this shit the whole time. And another reason why I don't believe Eren is going to return the power is because he threatened Historia to basically take her memories away of knowing about the rumbling, so she won't feel guilty for letting him destroy the world or helping him destroy the world, you know? How would he be able to do that if he returned the fucking power? That's why I believe that he will not return the power, and he'll probably keep it for himself, and he will possibly be the new founder of the past, but he will not be in there, or he will be in there, and he just will not make Titans, because that's essentially where the Titan power is, like, resides at. Like, that's where everything is happening at, you know? So if the past is empty and nobody is there to make Titans, then nobody will become a Titan. Even if you was given the Titan serum, you will not become a Titan, because nobody is inside the past to make your body. And I believe that's how he get rid of the power of the Titans, by just essentially not get rid of them, but just not having nobody to create Titans. But this is the end of the video, man. You ain't gotta comment by door. Appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new, and I'm out.